Hello everyone, today's project is going to be pulled pork, or the finished product hopefully will be pulled pork. I'm going to take a pork butt, I'm going to smoke this in the Char-Broil Big Easy 3-in-1 cooker. I guess people are calling it the 3-in-1 Big Easy SRG for smoker, roaster, and grill. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get to it. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of rub on this. This is a real basic rub. It's paprika, some ground pepper, some onion powder, garlic powder, and some smoked salt. And that's it. And you notice there's no sugar here. On the Char-Broil, it gets pretty hot in there, over 400, and the sugar just seems to burn. I learned that on some chickens I did. So today, no brown sugar or regular sugar in my rub. And throughout the smoking process, I'm going to be using a spritz, and that's just going to be equal parts of light beer. I'm using a wheat beer today, and water, and just maybe 1 tablespoon of apple vinegar, and that's it. So I usually do this in the Bradley or other smokers with apple juice, but I don't want to do it here in the Char-Broil. So that's just a little bit of trade-offs. Get this done quick, but you can't use any sugar or sweetener, like apple juice. All right, so I'm gonna just pour this in here and get this going. Again, this is just 1 tablespoon of all my seasonings, and I'm just gonna put that in there. And I'm not going to season this and put it in the refrigerator overnight or anything like that. I'm just gonna immediately go out there, start the smoker, and pop this guy in there. And I didn't even trim the fat cap off. I'm going to put that side up so at least it has something to baste itself in. I'm hoping this is going to be great. It'll be interesting to see how the Char-Broil Big Easy deals with the pork butt stall. Like in the Bradley, I smoke it at 225, but about halfway through, man, that temperature just sets there, about 150 or so. And it just stays there for a couple hours, and that's a stall. So let's see what this one does. And this one here is 7.5 pounds. So I'm thinking just over 2 hours, this thing should be done. All right, let's go out in the smoker and get this guy going. All right, I got this guy in the cage here. And make sure you spray it down with some non-stick barbecue spray or grill spray. I think Pam makes a high temperature spray also. It makes cleanup a lot easier. All right, you can see that 7.5 pound pork butt fits in there perfect. So let's go out there and stick it in there. All right, there's my Big Easy 3-in-1 smoker, cooker, and roaster. Put that in there. You can see this a little better. Plenty of room, and they make some racks. You could actually do 2 of these. And I didn't preheat it, so all I'm gonna do is turn on the gas, hit the striker, and it's on. I'm gonna leave it at high for about 15 minutes. And the reason for that is, I'm gonna put some wood chips in there. And it needs to be on high for about 15 minutes to get these guys going. Then I'll turn it down to low. Let's see. And I didn't soak these. I don't really see the need in this. But you can do it either way. Maybe I'm just lazy. All right. Guy in there just like that. All right. We'll go ahead and close the lid. And we'll come back in about 15 minutes, see how it's smoking. Then I'll turn it down to low. And hopefully this thing will be done in about 2.5 hours. A lot better than smoking in the Bradley or other electric smokers where it's going to go 14 to 16 hours. So we'll see how this works. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. You can see it smoking. We're kind of breezy out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this to low, and I'm gonna also put my temperature probes in here. I'm using the iGrill. So I'm just gonna stick him right in there. And I also have an ambient temperature. Just always curious what the ambient temperature is. Just hang that over there. Ah, it's hot. All right, we'll go back inside and see what the temperatures look like. All right, we're back in the house. You can see that ambient temperature is over 300 already, and the internal temp of that pork butt is 45. Hopefully that'll get to, I'm gonna pull it about 190 and then wrap it in foil and let it rest. So we've got a ways to go. All right, it's time to put some spritz on here. Again, the spritz is equal amounts of water and beer and about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. All right, let's close this guy. And we can go back in the house and look at the iPad and see how the temperature recovers. It recovers pretty quick. And today it's a little breezy, so, well, let's just go in there and take a look. Took it out about 10:50. And finally came back up about 11:15, so that's about 25 minutes to come back up to temp. All right, so we'll just let it continue to cook. And you can see the internal temp is still pretty low. We're 61 degrees, so we'll come back in a little bit. Okay, it's been about 2 hours. We're at 110 internal temp. So I'm just out here putting some more spritz in there. Yeah, I said it was going to take about 2 hours. Well, I think it might have to go 4. If we're 2 hours into this, and it's only 110 internal, we've got a ways to go. And also expecting that stall to happen also. I know you can't read the numbers here, but it looks like it went from 1 o'clock, and right now it's about 4 o'clock, and I do not see a stall. I think I would see a flat line to represent a stall, and I don't. So maybe doing it this way, we don't have a stall. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought. I was allowing about 15 minutes a pound, and this is 7.5 pounds, so I said, oh, maybe 2.5 hours. I was really wrong on estimating the time. I said 2.5 hours because I thought the hotter temperature, which I thought was going to be around 400, which it wasn't. It hovered right around 300. It's been about 6 hours since I put this on, and it's got another 20 degrees to go. As soon as it gets 190, I'm going to go ahead and pull it, wrap it in foil, and then put it inside a hot and cold bag that you can get at the dollar store. That's what I use. All right, we're at 190. I'm going to pull it. Look at that. Maybe I'll shut it off first. Look at that. Nice bark in there. I'm going to go ahead and take the probes out. Oh yeah. Look at that guy. Nice bark. All right, let's go bring it inside and let it rest for a couple minutes. All right, I'm just going to let that set there for about 5 minutes, then I'm going to wrap it in foil and stick it into a hot and cold bag. We'll be back. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Now some people wrap this up in a towel and then put it in a cooler, but I'm not going to do that. I guess I'm lazy. So what I'm going to do, now that I got that wrapped up in foil, I'm going to take one of these hot and cold bags that you get at the dollar store. All right, then just let me seal it up. I'm going to let this thing rest here for about an hour. And we'll go ahead and shred it up for pulled pork and give it another taste. And here's a little piece that broke off. Really nice bark. See if you get a close up of that. How's that look? Really good. Nice bark. I'll save this little piece for you. Alright, I got it out of the foil and I'm gonna start pulling it here. Look how easy that bone just came out. Wow, this is hot. I have to use my tools here in a second. Look at that bone, just so clean. Alright. I think I better start using my pullers here. It's still really, look at that bark. Look at that. What I'm going to do with that bark is I'll take it and chop it up more. Oh, look at that. Good stuff. It is hot. Alright, that's it. This was a 7.5 pound pork butt, and I thought it was going to go maybe 2 hours. I was saying, you know, give it 15-20 minutes a pound, but nope. So this thing took a total of 6 hours before I pulled it out of the smoker, right at 190. So if you do this and I do this again, allow about 50 minutes, 45-50 minutes a pound. And again, that was done in that Char-Broil Big Easy 3-in-1 Smoker, Roaster, and Grill. Alright, until next time. Alright, and if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe up there. And over here is my playlist, all on smoking. So take a look. And if you're already subscribed, thank you very much.